Hello everyone and welcome to the April update for the layout. Well, what can I say? All of the point motors are finally completed. As we look on the board, all of the switches are all in place. I still need to finalise the board. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with like the design and stuff like that. I've got to change it a little bit, but in terms of the wiring, that's all in, that's all finished, and we can crack on with the top layer now. It didn't actually take me that long. I had to order a few more point motors. Again, I was using the Traintronic ones. They're not cheap, to be honest with you. £20. I might change the one day using the top layer, but it depends how funds go and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. So in the last update, I think I had all of this side to do. I don't know if I'd actually done any of them at all, but I've actually managed to do all these. The 5 that you can see on top, I actually managed to obviously put on top, and then these two here I had to put underneath. They're both pretty simple to do. Like I said in the last video, like the wiring's pretty simple as well. So it wasn't that hard. It's just literally come down to motivation. But I'm so happy that it's done. Like you guys said, as soon as you get it done, you'll be so relieved. So I can start, I can start using this all properly and stuff like that. And then we can start moving it all about. I do apologise for like the mess at the moment, but I've literally just finished working on it, so I haven't had a chance to like clear up. But this will now be like, we'll have a baseboard on it, so you won't be able to see any of this. I will eventually install like lights underneath and stuff around, obviously the control panel and stuff like that, just to give it like a bit of a brighter look and actually help me visually see the fiddle yard and stuff like that and all the points. Okay, so the main update is actually progress on the second layer. The station section has been started pretty much. Obviously we can't finish that end yet because I'm waiting for that baseboard. We have actually got that baseboard, so that can go on, but we've just been waiting for me to actually just pretty much get my arse in gear and actually, finish off with the wiring. But as you can see, we've gone for 2 tracks because I don't think 4 will work, and obviously they run round into a kind of a passing loop, and then the 2 stations will be in the middle. I think in terms of like scenery wise, it's going to be down in sort of like a wall area either side, and I'm going to have like the town area on top. And the reason why I've chosen to do this is purely because I can't really think of anything else that would kind of suit here. I can't exactly put a station building here because there's not a lot, and it would only make sense for the station building to be on top, but it's not going to be like completely undercover. It's just going to be like a couple of like road bridges, maybe a tunnel this end and then a road bridge like this end here. But I have actually laid this time we're actually going to be laying the track on some cork. I think it's about like 2 mil, maybe 2 or 3 mil cork, which is pretty good. It's pretty thick, but it should reduce the running noise, and actually it gives it like a more realistic effect with the gravel. If you look, we can start to incline the gravel and stuff like that. So the back loop where the inclines actually come out has all been fitted. The points have been drilled. The point motors have been drilled, so they can just be fitted whenever I get round to them. Yes, I know I've got to do more point motors. And then obviously these 2 have been drilled at the moment. These 2 passing loops here, and obviously over there, will run all the way round to about halfway, maybe like half a train length or something like that. Just so we can like have it kind of stationary there and still have another one come up or run round or whatever. We kind of need to work on that. Obviously I've still got a long way to go with track plan and stuff like that, but that's kind of what we're looking at. And then I will obviously build the scenery into that with like all the walling and the tunnel fronts and stuff like that. And then I was thinking putting a bit of a wall in behind here, kind of finishing it off, and then having like a little like low relief town scene up there. Okay, so in terms of wiring, as you can see, the Dynamis has been screwed down to the baseboard now, and it has actually been wired properly. I've linked them up using the same, spade and crimp connectors method, and then I've obviously run 2 more power lines over to that track over there. That's purely to save dropper wires, so I can run the trains over there as well as on the outside. If we ever just want to run one up and then run one back down, we can do that. These 2 points here have had dropper. I'm not sure if I covered this in the last update, but these 2 have had dropper wires added to them, and we've just been testing that with the 37 because obviously once we clicked this point here and that point here, it cut power. because all my points are insole frog. I will obviously change them to electro frog in the upper layout, depending on, you know, I think they're a little bit more difficult to wire and stuff like that, but yeah, it's all part of a learning curve, I guess. And then finally, in terms of new additions, I don't often, well, there's quite a few engines coming out this year that I actually want to buy. This was actually one of them. It was a Shunter 08907 in DB Schenker livery by Bachmann. It's a very, very nice loco. I haven't had a chance to run it yet. It is DCC chipped up. I did buy it DCC fitted for once rather than having to fit it myself, which was good. I got it from Hatton's. So, you know, expect a running session soon with, you know, this featured and then a couple of new additions that I've got as well. Okay, apologies for the bad angle here, but they're kind of in the middle of the fiddle yard. But I also invested in these heavy haul Freightliner hoppers from Dapol. Now these wagons are superb. The detail is amazing. They're a really good weight as well. A lot of what I've noticed with a lot of Dapol wagons, they've got a good amount of weight, and some of the other wagons from like Hornby and Bachmann and Real Track when they done the like mini modal type things, they really weren't very like weighted, and it caused a lot of running issues. But these seem to be very, very good. They roll pretty well. I haven't had a chance to run them properly, but I've got a rake of 4, so expect them to be featured in the next running session. But again, they're very, very good, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the releases that Dapol are going to you know, put out this year. And like I said, with Bachmann coming out with a load of engines, we've also got the Dapol Class 68 coming out. So, you know, it's going to be a pretty expensive year in terms of buying trains and actually then buying scenery and stuff like that. But that is it in terms of updates to the layout. Obviously, progress is starting to pick up now. Now that I've finally got the point motors out of the way, progress will be very, very, like, a lot quicker now. If you guys, as always, have any questions about layout update, I still need to post a tutorial video of how to do the point motors. I keep forgetting. I should have recorded one while I was doing the bottom layer, but I just didn't get round to it. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next video.